Okay guys, so let's go ahead and install DHCP DNS and enable LAN route in here. So one of the first things you ought to do is to go ahead and go to control panel and change the name of the computer. So system and security, go to systems and then change settings. You can go ahead and change it and change the name right here. A restart is going to be required, but I suggest you change the name, since sometimes you install this in the virtual machine, that can give you an automatic name that you don't like. So this is server 1, server 2, etc. Okay, I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. Let me go back to the server manager. The next thing you ought to do is go ahead and you click manage, add roles and features, click next, and click Active Directory domain services. It's already installed, so once it's already installed for you, you're gonna close that, and then you're gonna come here and then click Promote this server to the domain controller. Okay, you can do that after you have done so. So we can click Add Forest, say jp.com, click next, to the password, click next. Okay, so we have to install the DNS server first. So let's do that. I'm going to click cancel here. Yes. Okay, so the first thing is to go to manage, add roles and features. Skip this, click next, and let's do a DNS. So add features. Click next, and install. Okay, so installation was complete. So we click close. Then we'll go to DNS manager, server, forward, and reverse. There's nothing, so we have to add a new zone. Next, primary, yes. Zone name is going to be jp.com. Allow, finish. To the reverse, primary, yes. IP, here you want to put 192.168.20, because that's the reverse lookup zone that we're gonna do. That's where our DHCP server resides, the Windows Server 2016 resides. Next, allowed, next, finish. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is, going to be to actually install the Active Directory. So again, you go to manage, add roles, click next, and then click the Active Directory and go through the steps. Once you've done that, you come back here and click promote this server to domain. You click on add new forest, name the forest, then password, okay, so you see how it's already selected, before it wasn't. So we click change, administrator, and our password. Click next, So it's assigning now a NetBIOS domain name. Okay. We click next. 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 Alright, so let's see. Open records checks pass successful. Let's click install. Okay, so already installed. So let's click close and allow it to reboot. So it's rebooted now. Let's wait until it loads. Yes. So let's add roles and features here. You can either do it here or go to manage and do add roles here. So we're going to do the DHCP. So DHCP here, add roles, click next. Alright, so it's already installed. So click close. So we go back here, do complete DHCP configuration. All we have to do here is click next and commit. Okay, and close it. And then we go to our DHCP, right click, DHCP manager, open this, IPv4. Then I already had a scope of VLAN 10 previously, but I'm going to go ahead and delete it so we can go to the process. So we're going to go ahead IPv4, new scope, click next. So we're going to put this name VLAN 10 DHCP, DHCP for VLAN 10 on. We can put on this one from VLAN 20. I don't know, something like that. So the starting IP address is going to be 192.168.10.2 because we don't want to assign. Okay, so we want to assign IP address from this VLAN to this VLANs, right? But I want to keep this address. I want to keep the address of 192.168.10.x, etc. Okay, that's the reason why I'm choosing this range of IP address to assign to. At 50, and it's a CIDR 24, which is 255.255.255. We're not going to do any exclusion because we already put in a range, so it's already excluding that one. Yes. IP address router default gateway 192.168.20.1. So be careful here because the gateway is coming from here, so it's going to travel right to this layered 3 switch, and then it's going to say, okay, this is the default gateway of this VLAN. So then from here it's going to say if there is, for example, a request from this Windows machine, it's going to travel to this gateway, and then once it gets to this layer 3 switch, it's going to send it to the Windows server, and then it's going to assign an IP address. So let's go back, add that, click next. Got to remove this, and this is the address for the DNS, which is 192.168.20.54, which is our Windows servers 2016. Click next and put anything here. Yes, activate now. Next. Okay, so we added the scope here of VLAN 10. Let's see address lease. We haven't leased any addresses. Let's go here. Let's turn our machine on. Let's turn this machine on as well. Okay, so let's log in. Let's do the command prompt. It's taking a while. Let's see, CPU is 28%, RAM is 54. So let's see here, CMD, see the other machine. It's a little faster maybe. Okay, command prompt. Okay, let's do IP config. And let's see, already assigned IP address to it. Let's go back to our Windows machine. And let's refresh this. And we can see that it assigned two addresses. Okay, 192.168.10.2 and 192.168.10.3. Perfect. Alright, so if you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.